Here comes your pre-market summary for Wednesday, January 25th. We're back in negative territory in a big way once again this morning, coming off a bit of a flat session yesterday. It was kind of a wait and see ahead of the Microsoft earnings report that came out after the close yesterday. The initial move to the upside was later faded as during the call, the earnings call, we get guidance from MSFT that moves it back to the downside in a big way. Here's how things are shaping up right now. 0.77 for the S&P 500, the Dow 0.63. It's all about the NASDAQ. Going to be a tech-heavy kind of a day, or setting up that way anyways. 1.23 already for the NASDAQ to the downside. TSX futures here in Toronto pointing to the downside as well. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum back lower after a couple of days of flat action overall. That's the way the S&P is setting up this morning after a bit of an inside day yesterday. After the two nice days higher. Going to be about the Qs we feel today, however. The NASDAQ in focus. Similar setup here. We're closer to these highs on the NASDAQ than the S&P. But yeah, going to be about Microsoft today. Disappointing Q3 cloud revenue guidance. The problem here, we are downside about 2 and change percent right now for Microsoft. It was up more than 4.5 as we saw immediately after the report came out after market yesterday. But otherwise, decent quarter for Microsoft. We'll talk all about it and talk you through it coming up here at 8:30. Boeing to the downside as well. It was a bit of a miss for Boeing. The forecast as far as plane deliveries to come this year, actually better than expected, but Boeing downside in a big way. We'll also have a look at Google. Google coming out, responding this morning, and they did yesterday as well, but more today in regards to this DOJ investigation and lawsuit that was announced yesterday. Google was relatively weak on the day yesterday. We're already down about 2% for Alphabet. So we'll have a look at that. Tesla on deck, obviously. That was a note on Google. Tesla on deck, earnings to come after the close. Chip makers back in focus as well. Positive note from NVIDIA. I believe it was the CFO actually came out and said that the AI aspect is a real thing and they're set to benefit. We'll have a look at both AMD and NVIDIA. Microsoft, obviously the big one today. Canoe, GOEV, new partnership with Saudi firm. GOEV to the upside this morning. And then there's this GROM, recent runner, downside in a big way. 3 million private placement coming through for GROM. Grab that watch list, guys. Use the QR code on screen right now. Super easy. Enter your email address. Comes right to your inbox every single day for free. We'll see you shortly on TraderTV.Live.